Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Riley, and this week I'm going to be reviewing an H&K USP Tactical chambered in 45 ACP. And right here you can just see me loading the magazines. I actually forgot my speed loader and at the time, so I had to load these one by one, unfortunately. So I was just showing that real quick here to start the video. And I found that these magazines were actually fairly easy to load compared to some other 45s I've shot before. Anyways, this is probably one of the most expensive pistols I've ever shot and I've ever reviewed. I've seen some used ones for around $800, and I've seen them retail all the way up to, I think it says here, $1,200. $1,100. So you're looking at a gun that's, let's just call it $1,000, you know, maybe a little cheaper, $950 to $1,000. Any way you look at it, this is an expensive gun. And it's really awesome. Like I said, it's chambered in 45 ACP. It's got a 12 plus 1 round mag capacity, weighs a little over 2 pounds, and it's got a pretty long, a little over 5-inch barrel, so it's got a decent sized barrel. And obviously, as you can tell in the video, I am shooting a suppressed version of this. Well, at least I have a suppressor on this pistol. This was actually the first time I've ever shot this pistol that you're seeing on film, and this was the first time I've ever shot a pistol with a suppressor. Now, I've shot 45 ACP before, you know, 1911s and everything, but I've actually never shot an H&K, and I've never shot a pistol with a suppressor on it. So this was a cool new experience. A lot less recoil than I thought it would have. I mean, for a 45 you can expect some recoil, but I thought this gun would have a lot more than it did. I don't know if the suppressor helped reduce the amount of recoil, but I definitely noticed for shooting a 45 ACP, this felt, I mean, it didn't feel much more than a 9mm. The pistol was extremely accurate. I was shooting it at 15 yards, and I was getting okay groupings. Now, you have to remember the thing I was shooting at, the target was very small. It's just the size of a regular piece of paper, printer paper. Because the targets that they give you at this gun range are just, I think they just print them out on regular printer paper. So however big that is, I think it's 8.5 by 11 inches size target, and I was doing okay. I did really good there at 15 yards. So all in all, I think this whole setup, you're looking at around $1,000 for the gun, maybe $500 for the suppressor, and then I think the tax stamp is $200. I might be wrong, but all in all, you're looking at like $1,700 for this setup right here that I have going. This is not my own gun. I can't afford a gun this expensive. I'm just reviewing it, but basically the question I want to answer in this video is it worth spending $1,700 on a setup like this, you know? And I'm gonna slowly answer that question. I think the most expensive gun I have, pistol, would probably be a newer Glock, and those run 500-ish. I've never spent more money than that on a pistol. So when you're talking about a gun double the price, $1,000, is it worth it? Well, we have to consider some things here. First of all, the H&K USP Tactical. This gun is known from like movies, video games. I'm pretty sure this is like on Counter-Strike. It's a very well known, it's all over, you know, it's a famous gun, just like the Glock series are. But I was always like, who can actually afford these things? Because I mean, you can literally buy 2 brand new Glocks for the price of one of these guns, you know. So I basically had to figure out for myself if it was really worth the I guess just the price. I read a lot of reviews about this gun, and I guess part of what you're paying for is the amazing track record. These guns have been known to last an extremely long amount of time. If you go on the website, H&K will show you studies where they do 50,000 round tests through the gun to see how long it lasts. And these guns are just made so well that they last 30,000-40,000 rounds downrange without any wear. I mean, you'll have minimal wear, but no real damage. So these guns do last forever. I guess that's one of the reasons why they're so expensive, is because they do last a long time. So let's just call it $1,000 gun, because that's probably the average of what people pay for it. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more. But obviously the suppressor is not necessary. The suppressor is fun. I don't know why I was shooting with earplugs in, because it was quiet enough for me to shoot this gun without any earplugs in. And obviously the suppressor might tack on $600 to $700 more to the base of the gun, so the suppressor is fun to shoot at, at the range. Obviously you probably wouldn't use this pistol. You wouldn't have a suppressor on a pistol for your home defense gun or anything, or your truck gun. You might, but I don't know, I wouldn't, just because it makes it that much longer. So for me, it's kind of like the suppressor is just a, what would I call it, just something fun to shoot at the range with, But I might be wrong. Some people may keep suppressors on their guns that they keep in their house for self-defense. So I may be totally wrong on that. So we're looking at an $1,000 gun here, and basically we need to figure out, is it really worth spending that much money? And as I said before, you can definitely get guns way cheaper. You can go with a Canik, a CZ, Sig Sauer, Glock. Pretty much anything's cheaper than this. But you have to look at the long-term use. Are you going to be able to get 30,000 rounds out of a Glock? Maybe. Are you going to get 30,000 rounds out of a CZ or a Sig Sauer? I'm not quite sure. Maybe you can. And most of us will never shoot a gun that much. But basically, for here you're paying for a quality firearm that's going to last you forever. I do like this gun, and my verdict for this pistol would be, I would absolutely buy it as a home defense gun if I had the money. If this is in your price range, the H&K USP Tactical 45, if it's in your price range and you can afford a gun this expensive, I would absolutely go with it. Shooting this gun was amazing. It just felt so good, So I would definitely recommend this gun. Maybe not as a concealed carry gun, because it is got a 5-inch barrel. It's kind of larger gun. But definitely a home defense. I would not use this as a truck gun, because if someone stole this out of my car, I would be pissed, because that's like $1,000 gone. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this gun. And if you are actually thinking about buying it, maybe go to the range, and you could probably rent these from your range. Most places should have something similar to this gun, and just check it out for yourself. Now, for the average person, they probably won't be able to afford this, and they won't want to spend $1,000 on a gun. And there's lots of other options you can get, like a Glock or a Sig Sauer, a Smith & Wesson, a CZ. Lots of different handgun options. In this part of the video, just showing you the safety and fire switch. I thought it was kind of cool how it's like that. Anyways, this is a cool gun. Just know that there's lots of other options out there, and you don't have to spend this much money. But if you are, set on spending a lot of money on a pistol, well, this is an awesome gun to choose to buy, because I absolutely loved shooting it, and they're proven to last for an extremely long time. Give me a thumbs up on this video, guys. Please consider subscribing to my channel, and I hope you guys have an amazing week. I upload videos every Wednesday, and I will see you guys next week. Okay? Have a great week.